Okay, so I thought since it is like pretty much school starting again and it's like a new experience, a new adventure, I thought why not tell scary stories. Not really. I'm actually going to do the scariest thing tag. So, the first question is, what is your scariest real life experience? And I think my parents would probably think that it's the time that our house got broken into, but we didn't have that much like at the time, and I had just gotten this like can of ravioli that I like really loved, and the guy freaking came in and stole it, and I was just like, screw being scared, I'm angry. But I think the scariest experience that I have had is pretty much like when I was young. Like, I remember being at the park and my mom like and this really mean man like coming into the park and yelling that he wanted his son, and my mom picked me up and ran all the way home with me in her arms, and like she had to tell me that the man had a gun and had a shotgun and was shooting it in the air. So yeah, I was really scared at the time just because I didn't know why we were leaving. I thought there was like a bomb or something, but apparently there was just a crazy man after his kid. But yeah. So my scariest paranormal experience is the second question, by the way, would have to be in our old apartment. A lot of stuff like moved like on its own. We actually once watched an orange juice carton like go from in the middle of the counter to falling off onto the floor, not tilting and falling off, but moving to the edge and then falling off, which was really weird. But yeah, it wasn't like, that wasn't the scary part. Is like in my dreams when I slept with the bedroom door open, I started to have these dreams where like I couldn't move, but I heard these footsteps running back and forth through the apartment until suddenly like running up to me really fast and just like scaring me pretty much to half to death. So that was my scariest paranormal experience. The third question, like, do you know anyone that has ever committed a violent crime? Does family count? No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't know anyone personally, but like my aunt, when she was little, she lived in like the rural part of New York, and apparently like in her like duplex or like pretty much like house thing that her mom had I think Manson living in it, so that was cool. He was kind to her, but her mom was just like, I don't trust that guy. She was a good mom. Number 4. Are you afraid of the dark? Why and why not? I'm not afraid of the dark. There's a difference between being afraid of the dark and being afraid of like what's in the dark. Like, you don't know what's in the dark. There could be like a freaking burglar or something, or a demon or a ghost or something in the dark, but like the actual dark, like it has the night. The night is awesome. It has stars and that map out like, you know, what we can see of our galaxy, I guess. And like the moon and just the beautiful exhilaration, and I like the night, but I'm just not afraid of, like, I'm not afraid of the dark. It's calming and everything. I'm just afraid of what's in it. What might be in it. So number 5 is, does your hometown have any scary stories or legends? And honestly, like, I was, my hometown is Mountain View, but I was born at like the Stanford University like hospital. So I mean, dorms, they're all haunted, right? College students, you can level with me. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I think like the closest one to me really is the Winchester Mystery House. It's about this, you know, the Winchester family and how the wife thought that they were haunted by ghosts, so she kept building throughout her whole life, pretty much, the whole rest of her life, pretty much like these staircases that led to nowhere and entrapments, and like windows that weren't windows and stuff like that. So yeah, and it's like supposedly after death she just wanted to keep adding to it. So even after death, like you can hear it at night, like her voice going, keep building, keep building. So yeah. Number six is my favorite. It's what is your favorite urban legend? And I like this one like the best because it lets me talk about like pretty much my favorite urban legend is the same as my boyfriend's. The Himura Mansion from Fatal Frame. It's supposedly like from two different urban legends, but the fact that like there's a murder house and the slaughtering of like, you know, innocent women comes into play, and the fact that there's like a rumor about if you go to a certain house then like you'll feel ropes around your neck, you'll be choked out, and the women can disappear or whatever. But yeah, so that's my favorite urban legend. And finally, number 7, what is your scariest nightmare? When I was a kid, it probably like was like all my friends that I thought were my friends, like it was the people that I hung out with at school, but like I didn't really hang out with outside of school, so I kind of felt like, you know, that they weren't trustworthy even though they were, you know, but I just had that fear because I didn't have a lot of friends at all. But yeah, so my dream was like everybody I knew in my class pretty much was hosting me up, like, you know, all together, like hip hip hooray, and I'd come back down to their arms, hip hip hooray, come back down to their arms, and then on the third one they'd yell hip hip hooray and throw me in the air, and then their expressions turned blank and they all stepped back and watched me as I hit the ground, and I would always see like a flash of red or black before I like jolted awake. But I guess like nowadays, besides like the demon like dream that I had this dream where I was like with my boyfriend and like we were going through the town and everything, and there was this really creepy doll with really sharp teeth, and like they wanted me to hold the doll, and I was just like no. When I tried to push away, like I felt a sharp like stab on my finger, and there was like slight blood on the tooth, on like one of the teeth. And then like we were in like a cabin or something. We were just like hanging out pretty much, and like I guess I was falling asleep, and as I was doing it I heard the voice of the doll go, "You think I'm done with you? I'm not done with you yet." And freaking out of like my boyfriend's ear and my ears, like out pops like a bajillion spiders all crawling through everywhere, and it's just like I can hear the doll laughing, and it's just so scary. And like I woke up and like, oh my god, it was so creepy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that would have to be like nowadays scariest. But yeah, that one when I was a kid, that was a reoccurring dream. I had it up until I was in like senior year of high school. So that's big. So yeah. I hope you liked the video, and I hope you guys have a great time back to school. And yeah, so all hopes for you. Bye. Stay lovely.